So yeah, hey, you were talking about different boiling points in the channel's growth. Like you said, somewhere around 10,000, you could do no wrong, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we were talking about that right before you hit the record button. I was saying that I hit a point around 10,000 or 20,000 subscribers. I can't remember, but I hit this point where it felt like I could do no wrong. That all of a sudden I had people following every word I was saying, and then treating it as if it was gospel truth. And on the one hand, that's totally flattering, and I get and respect the support that people give to me. And clearly, I wouldn't be in the position that I am today, where I have a dream job, if it wasn't for that kind of support. But it does get a little great sometimes because I like the fact that my opinion's not always going to be the same as somebody else. If I say something, that's my opinion. I mean, like I can say that competitive TDM is a joke, and you can disagree with me, and that's fine. Like it's okay to disagree with people. But now I'm at this point where it's like 145 or 144,000 on my channel, and I'm starting to see turn another corner where people are starting to say that I don't care about the community anymore and that I sold out. And like that Robert Bowling interview, for example, a lot of people were getting on my case for not pressing him harder. I mean, and I just wanted to be like, man, you're like, I don't think you understand. We set up an interview with this guy to talk about the map packs. And he had a PR guy came on the line before I even talked to him and said, okay, we're talking just about the map packs today, right? And I kind of pushed the issue a little bit. I was like, so is it okay if I ask anything outside of that? I mean, like, are you guys going to be cool with that? And he said, well, you can ask it, but that doesn't guarantee a response. I mean, and I still asked him that anyways. I still made an effort to go out of what was sort of agreed to be just a map pack interview, but that wasn't good enough for people. They saw it as me kind of like sucking his asshole. And
yeah,
yeah, I'm starting to get a little flack now, but that's all right. I said bring it on, you know.
I think sometimes, like, from my standpoint, like when a sub turns on me and says that I suck, or that the only thing I can do is carry this on, or whatever it is that they say, it's like, man, like I don't get anything from this. I don't spam machinima with lots of videos. I don't ask for any. All I do is just try and help people. And it's like, and it's also a fair amount of work. You know how much work goes into editing, getting games, and putting together and commentary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I watch my videos sometimes 2 and 3 times ahead of time to make sure that I can like identify all the teaching points and work that out. And then like they turn and it's like, wow, why? It's like, I don't know, vandalizing Meals on Wheels. Like, what did they do wrong? How can you?
Well, the other thing to say to that, and I say this a lot when people talk about how seemingly dumb community can act on YouTube. A fair response to that would be that a large chunk of this demographic are kids, and you can't. At the end of the day, like I've definitely gotten pissed off at comments before, like very like animated. If you saw me in person, you would tell that I was irritated. At the end of the night, though, when it all kind of like settles in for me, then I realize it's like, man, I'm a 26-year-old man, and a comment that literally someone who's probably 12 years old says to me is getting under my skin. This is ridiculous. I'm going to bed now. And then it all just kind of slides away.
I had the same experience the day that the video that went up where I did so poorly. And for me, so I got up in the morning and I see all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I'm at work checking the comments every now and then, and it's like it's ruining my morning. And I call my wife and we go to lunch, and we walk around the lake, and for whatever reason, it was like, is Snow White, is she the one that walks through the woods and all the like squirrels pop out and sing with her?
Yeah.
We must have had 20 turtles sticking their head out of the lake, like looking at us as we walked over a bridge. And it was like, oh, this is kind of nice. And, went back to work and had a new outlook on, where YouTube should be in my terms of priorities. But,
well, I think your subscribers and I think Wing's subscribers should take into account that whenever you run scrims, let's say you run a series of scrims, 10 games in one night, sometimes it takes a guy 2, 3, 4 games to really catch fire. Like, I had some games against you guys where, remember that demolition game on Invasion that I played? I was running around with the Barrett 50 cal with the thermal scope, and I could not miss that entire match.
I remember like, Terminal that felt the same way. You had a thermal scope on Terminal, and it was just like one shot, one kill, repeat, rinse, lather, etc.
And that was about 6 or 7 games into the night, so it took me a little while to warm up that night. And the same goes for you too. I mean, like sometimes it just takes a player a minute. Sometimes players start the night just on, you know. But you can't base, well, Woody doesn't belong to the team and he fucking sucks off of one game, especially given the fact that you're totally brand new to game battles. Like, I don't know. I think you just cut yourself some slack. It's no big deal.
Yeah, and you know, part of the deal with game battles is like I do fairly well in pubs, right? You know, if anytime I want to just settle down and work my way to a kill streak, I usually can. And it was like, all right, you know, so I do okay, like on a basketball metaphor, on my local playground. How's college ball? You know, let's go there. Let's get my butt kicked around a little bit and see if I can't step up my game to the next level.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there are things that will come in time for you. You know, the more you play. I mean, I'm not. I'm talking like I'm some great player. I'm still learning. Like Call of Duty 4, I had down pretty good. I mean, there wasn't really any map on that game that I didn't feel totally confident playing Search and Destroy on, because I was on a game battles team. We literally one season played about 400 matches, and they were all Search and Destroy. And so I broke my game battles cherry a long time ago, and I feel pretty comfortable in that environment. And now it's time to buckle down and apply and learn new stuff for Modern Warfare 2, because I'm feeling it, man. I'm digging playing competitively again. It's fun.
Yeah, you know, the Frag Cup is part of what got my juices flowing. Part of it was, like I said, just to, you know, try and take my game to the next level. And part of it, you know, there's all this competition stuff going around. Every time an Optic Covenant video comes out and they've got like a competitive match out there, I'm watching and identifying the differences between that and, say, like a pub match. And then the frag stuff and all the previews. I go to the MLG channel watching their stuff and, you know, checking this thing out. This competitive gaming scene is interesting to me. So,
Yeah.
see what's up. But I guess we'll wrap up here. Thanks for coming on, Hutch.
Yeah, definitely.